like I personally like have Sonic speed at the lower end inaccessible.
All right. Uh, yeah.
To
So
me,
like when you're
anything below that is a bit of a low ball for at least game Sonic.
all right. Yeah, we could just do like if Game Sonic or fucking like. Do you want to take like Comp Sonic? Because I'm down with you taking like Comp Sonic.
No, I don't really have anything for. I don't really like scaling comp characters. I like sticking with the main timeline. Even though there is some arguments to prove that like comp Sonic is somewhat canon, they're kind of ratty. So I'm gonna just stick with like game Sonic.
All right. All right. So since I'm on the negative, you would have to start. What do you think
All
Sonic
right,
is?
but can we like set up? Hold on, wait. Can we set up some rules like for the debate?
Uh, yeah, we could just do like no backtracking, no outside help. Like 5 to 10 minute bore bop.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. That's pretty reasonable.
All right. What do you
So
think?
I'm gonna just I'm gonna just like send you a video that I didn't really make this video. It was someone else who scaled stuff, but I just like want to send you it because that's where I got the immeasurable speed Sonic argument, and I don't really have the scans on me. So
Can you just summarize it?
all right, I'll just share it to you, and I'll give you the timestamp.
All right.
20. Wait, what was the timestamp? It was 21. I think it was like 21:47. Well, basically, this guy used the same argument that I used in DMs, basically saying that since Sonic fought someone at the end of time, he would have like immeasurable speed.
Okay. Um. So like my intention with this is that like how do you get to the end of something inherently eternal? Do you
Like that's
disagree
a,
that time is eternal?
how do you reach the end of something that's eternal? Well, I mean, first, where do you define as eternal? Like what's your
There's
definition
no,
for it?
there's no end or beginning.
Well, so no end or beginning. So like something infinite, basically.
Yeah. So like in this like so like
Oh,
lasting forever or fucking.
that's easy with like infinite to like inaccessible speed on the lower end.
Okay. The thing is, this is contradictory because like I'd say if you was to say that he goes beyond the ranges of something like that's infinite, sure. But you're saying that he went to the end of it.
Yeah, the end of it could mean something beyond it, basically. Like he's
Okay,
basically
so
like it
so you're
could
saying they're fighting beyond time?
basically.
Okay, how do you fight without causality?
That's how do you fight what that has nothing. What does that have to do with being beyond time?
Okay, so
You
do you
do
know what
understand
causality is?
cause and effect.
Cause and
Yeah, I
effect.
know
Okay.
what cause.
So cause and effect is bounded by time. Inherently, if you agree that like the characters are inherently fighting or like throwing hands or some shit like that, moving inherently, you
Oh,
are
Toaster already
inherently
telling me.
agreeing that they are
Hold,
bounded by time.
that would just no, that would just inherently mean Sonic can just fight outside of causality. That would just like give him a causality as like a hacks. Do you know
What
what
the
a
fuck?
causality is?
What
Shards,
do
I'm
you what
I'm
do you
I'm,
think
I'm
a
debating
causality
people. Yeah.
is?
What do I think a
Please don't
causality
ban me.
is? I'm not banning you. I'm just gonna put you on mute because like I'm debating right now and I don't want like any distractions.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want the debate to be interrupted. All right, so what were you asking me again? Like what was a causality?
Yeah, what do you define a causality as?
I mean, I'm pretty sure something that's like just transcends causality. Like
Okay, so yeah, that's contradictory. Like,
that's not
or
nearly. That's not
actually, no,
nearly.
no, no, that's not contradictory. More of if they are transcending like causality, as in they transcend as in they transcend linear time, and they're still fighting and they're moving and stuff like that. I'm saying that's contradictory.
That's not inherently contradictory. That just means they can fight outside of linear time. You do understand that type of thing can exist in fiction, right?
Okay, okay, hold up. Why can you affect or why are you able to like do a cause and effect without cause and effect? That's What?
Well, again, with acausality, do you know what acausality?
Yeah,
I
no,
think we already addressed this.
you're going circular. You define a causality as being beyond causality. I said that's a contradictory statement because fucking causality is what you need to have a cause and effect.
Yet people in fiction can still fight outside of it. Like, you do understand, there's been times in fiction where a character has been stated to be beyond time and space and fight outside of it.
Yes,
That,
yes,
again,
yes. I'm
this
saying
just
this
means
is contradict. Yes, I'm saying it's all contradictory.
it's not
And
contradictory. That just means that certain work differently in fiction.
do you know
Like,
what a contradiction is?
I do know what that is, and I'm saying that isn't a contradiction because certain things work differently in fiction. Fiction doesn't inherently always
So,
abide to the rules of real life. You do know that, right?
yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You can have and you can inherently have different, like you can inherently have different nomological laws within fiction, but we have never seen fucking Sonic, for example, say that okay, you don't need cause and effect. You don't need time for cause and effect. Even if that does say it, that's literally contradictory to what like an event is or
Oh my
what
god.
like what needs to be this fucking thing.
Sonic is that he doesn't need to state it because he has the feats to prove that stuff like this work differently within his verse. You do understand that feats are somewhat above statements, right?
No, I
Why is that?
if okay if so if someone says that fucking my character is fucking like can never die and then someone kills my character, I think that's this original statement is fucking contradicted.
No, that's not contradicted. That just grants the thing is, what did the character die to in question?
Let's say he dies
You
to a fucking
know,
yeah, let's say he dies to a sword, like just a basic
okay,
ass sword.
then that sword would just have like immortality negation or
No,
like some
that's
kind of negation. Yeah, it
no,
does. That's
that's okay. What do you think immortality negation inherently entails? I think
immortality negation is something that negates immortality, and you're saying
okay.
that your character can't die, which is the definition of immortality, someone who can't
Okay,
die.
these are two different these are different things that are like contradictory now because okay, so you just want to appeal to Oxford for
Hold on, hold on. For
so,
like the definition of what immortality
yeah,
is.
you want to appeal to Oxford for definitions.
Yeah, we can use Oxford for definitions. I
Okay,
don't mind.
immortal adjective, living forever, never dying or decaying. So if my
Yeah,
character dies, that does not it literally is like by definition not immortal.
no, that just means that what he died to has immortality negation. Do you know what immortality negation is?
Yeah, I think
Because you
immortality negation.
it negates immortality, so it's
Yeah,
just negating the
I think
thing.
immortality negation doesn't exist.
What? What? Wait, hold on. So repeat that
I
again,
mean,
because like you were in.
let me explain. So, what I inherently mean by immortality negation doesn't exist, I mean that your character cannot like negate my immortality or negate my immortality without breaking the definition of what immortality is.
No, no, they can because that's the literal definition of the hacks. It's negating the one thing that's making your character immortal, therefore allowing you to kill said character. That's the literal
Yeah,
definition. I
yeah,
can.
okay, yeah, okay. So, hold up, we're gonna
I'm gonna grab the hacks. I'm gonna get the hacks. Hold on. Negation. All right. Literally says the power to negate immortality. It's quite self-explanatory that it
yes, that's what I'm putting into question. Do you know what putting into question means?
you're well what it no, not really. I hear people say that a lot,
That's
but what
what's
does
in
it mean?
question.
But
That's
what
literally the question right now, and you're defeating it by saying immortality, a negation. Yeah, you're literally just committing a question back.
what?
You're
I'm not. I'm
committing
just
a question
simply
back.
no, I'm just explaining what the hacks means.
You're explaining what the hacks means. No, I'm saying that fucking to like have immortality negation. I'm saying that's contradictory to what immortality is. You're saying, well,
No, it,
immortality negation just negates immortality. or negates immortality. Yeah, it negates immortality. I'm saying that's a question beg because you're using what's in question to prove your stance. Because I don't think immortality negation actually can exist.
It can exist within fiction because, as again, fiction doesn't rely. Fiction isn't always like
Okay,
limited to
cool.
real life law.
Okay, cool. But fiction cannot fucking. Okay, do you agree that fiction is bound to the mind?
No, why would fiction be bound to the mind? What?
Do you
What?
not know what fiction is?
I know what fiction is. It's something that can be that is it's something created by authors.
Yeah. So, okay, how do they create? What do they use to create fiction?
Ideas.
Okay, what are ideas? I'll
Okay,
say
even if
it's
fiction.
something within the brain. So by
Okay, even
definition,
okay,
is
okay,
bound to the
okay. If
mind.
fiction, even if fiction, oh, wait, okay, fiction is bound to the mind. Okay, so if you're saying that fiction is like subjective, then that would just mean scaling in general is subjective.
Yeah. So okay, what I'm saying is, if fiction is okay, so if fiction is bound to the mind, the
That
mind
yeah, that means
cannot
it's
break
subjective.
the laws of thought. Okay, do you think the mind? Do you think the laws of thought are absolute?
Why is the whole like? What do you mean by that? What
Okay,
do you
so
mean
you know
by?
what the laws of thought are, like law of identity, law of non-contradiction, and law of excluded middle.
Yeah, I do know what those
Agree.
are.
Okay, so if a character, so they cannot create a contradicting statement, and like they cannot make a contradicting, like the second like law of the thought means like this statement cannot be true, and this statement that can like contradicts this cannot be true. So if you're saying that your character, Kimura's judging for me, by the way. If you're saying that your character, that immortality negation exists because it negates my character's immortality, I'm going up against Thomas the Hedgehog. If you're
Oh,
saying
his
your
judge.
character,
Who's his judge?
huh?
Who's his judge?
Supreme.
My
Yeah,
yeah,
actually,
my judge is supreme.
Sure.
So if you're,
So
so if inherently your character, so if inherently your character or if my character is being stabbed and dies, which contradicts the definition of immortality, you're saying, well, immortality negation exists. I'm saying this doesn't exist because it would just contradict what immortality inherently entails. That's a like you're saying, fucking immortality and immortality negation
Hold on,
are.
can I get a judge? Can I like get a judge for this? Like,
You want to go to judgment?
no, I mean like asking a judge to explain this better.
Okay.
Like, is that
Kamara.
supreme? Can you just like explain this better to him since like you're
I
judging for
can
me?
give them a good example. So what he's saying is that his character isn't bounded to said like mind or thought, and rather it's fictionalized, right? And fiction can have like exaggerations or contradictions, but still align within said narrative.
Thank you.
All right.
Catch that or
Uh,
no?
That was way better explained than I could ever explain it.
You want me to talk? You
the
want me to clarify
so
your point or not?
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
we could get wait what did you say?
Kumar asked if he can clarify my point. I said yeah. Can you give me a second? Actually, I need to be right back. I need to reset my Discord.
Yeah, he can clarify your point while you're gone.
All right, be right back.
I bet. Camera, you were gonna clarify his point, right? Uh,
My
Kimura.
fault. Yeah, I got you. I was doing something. So, basically, what Tokyo is saying is, uh, it's basically by definition, this thing can't occur in mortality negation because it contradicts. Yeah, because it's contradiction. You haven't given an argument for why contradictions can exist within fucking fiction. That's why he brought up what fiction is in the laws of thought. He said that basically the laws of thought don't allow these contradictions to occur. And he's saying since since we're bound to the laws of thought and fiction derives from our imagination, then contradictions can occur within fiction. Type of thing.
I mean, my judge did kind of explain it better for me because
I mean,
he did explain that
yeah,
like fiction.
Yeah.
he
So
just
no,
made,
wait,
wait,
your judge technically agrees with me. Your judge
but
literally
it's
says you can have these contradictions or exaggerated claims. Correct?
Yeah,
that's
but
what he said.
that's just fiction in general. Like fiction has always
Okay.
had that. That doesn't
So yeah, I'm
inherently.
saying this is either an exaggerated claim or a contradiction.
I mean, even if it was like an exaggerated. So you're saying like, are you asking like whether it's a hyperbole that Sonic's above space and time?
No, I'm saying that's a contradiction
Ye-
or an exaggerated claim. So yeah, you could say it's hyperbole, but yeah, sure, we can go with that.
An hyperbole is literally just an exaggerated claim. They mean the same thing. So
Yeah, sure.
like you do but like by the logic you're using with like causality and thing and shit, that would just mean like being above space and time in fiction is contradictory because if a character is stated to be above space and time, but they're shown later on to be fighting people, then that would just mean
Yes,
like being above.
I already addressed this. I don't think many characters are actually out of Versal.
I'm not saying Sonic is outer versal. I'm saying he just has
Okay,
immeasurable speed,
hold
which
up.
isn't even outer
Let me
versal.
clarify. So to be outer Versal, you do need to be above space or like at least the concept of space and time for like high outer, for example, right?
I'm not talking about like outer versal. I'm saying like just the normal space and time,
Yeah.
not like
Okay.
it on a
I'm just
conceptual
clear.
level.
Okay. Can I explain? Yeah. I'm just clarifying that like I don't think a lot of these characters are inherently above space and time because I think it's a contradiction to what they are saying.
So, like, what would you think proves that they're above space and time? Like,
Oh,
what in your opinion would prove that?
if they are an abstraction, never fight, or literally just cannot have a physical body. So, for example, I guess like something like because if let me just make it like a new like idea. So, my character A is stated to be beyond space and time. He exists within a realm beyond space, right? So he doesn't have any spatial axes. He doesn't have like he cannot have like or be bounded to temporalness, right? So
Yeah.
they are just an abstract being. You know what an abstract being is?
Like a manifestation or something.
Like okay, so like a concept, for example.
Ah,
So yeah, that's what I think an outer versal being actually is.
yeah. I'm not arguing Sonic is outer versal. Like, I think I told you in DMs. I don't think Sonic is outer versal.
Yeah, but that's just like what I think surpassing space and time inherently would entail.
Just like
Because
just like a true outer versal being.
yeah,
Like,
because if you surpass space and time, you are inherently fucking outer.
I mean, you could just like, I mean, that's like more of on a conceptual level. I just mean like general space and time, like the fourth dimensional space and
Okay,
time, not like in
so like
like
space
not
time
like a
as in like a 4D space and then temporalness. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think still that's like contradictory because if you're beyond if you're on beyond linear progression, you cannot you cannot fucking punch someone and still have like a fucking effect. You cannot have it call. You cannot
I
have
mean
a concert. You cannot have
that could just say that Sonic's like combat speed is lower than his travel speed.
Okay, so do you think wait, what do you think traveling is?
Um, like is it like what do you mean by traveling? Because there's many different ways to travel. Like, are we
Okay,
talking about running or are we
no. What in your definition is traveling?
moving?
Moving? Okay. So if a character moves, they are bound by causality because that's an event.
Uh, yo, Supreme, can you like just clarify this better for me? Because like I'm just having a hard time explaining this.
Wait, Tom. Wait. What's your
But
argument exactly? Because you did say
I'm
that you don't have
basically
no
saying
outer, right? Mm-hmm.
you don't
That
have a
you don't
what?
fight any. annotate or trying to give into perspective. What's
Hold
your
on,
answer?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you because of Camaraism's background.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
made
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to understand your point of view or like what you're trying to argue.
I'm just basically trying to say that Sonic's like a casual or something. He's got like a form of a causality.
Yeah, but Tokyo's response to that was that there can't be something beyond linear progression. So what was your response to that?
I mean, like I'm trying to argue that there can be in fiction, but he's also like using the stuff like there's also like exaggerated stuff, like statements and contradictions in fiction.
Wait, what? You believe there's contradictions to him being bound by linear time?
Yeah, that's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
I think there is contradiction to him being about or him being fucking beyond linear time. My fault.
That
Okay.
wouldn't that just mean that immeasurable
Yeah,
speed
yeah.
just does it?
You good on this, but like what he's trying to say is that Sonic is somehow higher dimensional than 4D.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I'm already putting that into question because I don't. Or wait, he's trying to say Sonic's higher than 4D
Yeah, yeah, through speed, yeah.
Y'all can
through
low key,
speed. Okay, so I'm
y'all can low key
okay.
just agree.
I kind of don't even think temporality is inherently a dimension. But
What?
for this debate, we can just like progress that it is. But if your character is not bounded by like linear space, like we are already agreeing, which is like immeasurable speed, I don't think they can be bound by I don't think they can be bound by causality. Therefore, they cannot fucking do events.
I mean, we could just say that those events are also above causality, because like that
How
type
can
of
you
thing
have an
could
event
also,
that's beyond causality?
because those type of things work differently in fiction.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
me and you
this is uh, keep going. Never mind.
I think this is something that both me and my judge explained, that like not everything like fictional and real life are like the same basically. Like certain things can look different.
Certain things can inherently like be different. Yes, that's what I already agreed to, but I'm saying that they still have to they still have to have an event because like you already agreed that like there cannot be like actual like absolute contradictions, right? Because that fucking contradicts what fucking 3 dollars of thought are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if a character is moving beyond if a character is having an event that is beyond fucking linear time, which is beyond causality, that isn't you can't have it. I'm saying you can't have events beyond causality because hold up, let me go get a definition of event. You can say your point if you want to.
I mean, yeah, just get the definition of an event.
A thing that happens, especially one of importance. So, do you agree to for something to okay? Hold up. Actually, yeah, this actually. Do you want me to
Of
use this?
something to have important, like so,
Okay,
just
yeah.
use like the
So
general
yeah, it's a
definition.
thing that happened. Like so, something that
Something
happened.
that happens.
You cannot have. I don't think you can have something something like a fucking. I don't think topic is
Fight,
fucking if Sonic is immeasurable speed. By the way, I don't think you can have like a event that is
like a
immeasurable.
fight.
Yeah, I don't think you can have a event like a fight inherently have or happen beyond linear time.
Oh.
At least with a physical body.
Hmm. So is Sonic just like beyond fighting or some shit?
Do you think that the thing is you already agreed that Sonic fights?
I mean, that's kind of what the whole story is about. It's him throwing
Yes.
hands.
Yeah. So he's not like immeasurable speed.
Hmm.
Oh my god, Tokyo cooking?
Tom, what's your response, bro? Because this ain't looking good. Your response.
I mean, I'm kind of I'm having a hard time coming up with a response.
If you
Tom,
want to,
get your point.
like, you could just move to conclusions.
No, because like if we do, I'm most likely going to lose this debate. Like it's really just not looking good for me.
Okay, then do you want to concede?
I mean, wasn't the argument like where Sonic's speed scales? Like, could I
Yes.
still argue like inaccessible speed?
No, it was if Sonic was immeasurable speed, but we can do another topic of if Sonic is immeasurable or or if he's inaccessible after this.
I mean, yeah, like I guess I'll just concede. Like I have nothing
All right,
to go against that.
all right, GG.